Welcome to the Beer League broadcast, your go-to podcast for everything Beer League hockey. Here we celebrate the unsung heroes of the hockey world, the weekend warriors, the midnight puck enthusiasts, and the locker room storytellers. Whether you're a grinder chasing the puck after a long workday, a goalie with more bruises than pride, or just a fan of Beer League camaraderie, this podcast is for you. From game highlights and outrageous chirps to gear talk, post-game beers, and questionable ref calls, we're bringing you the best of the barn every week. So grab a cold one, lace them up, and join us for the behind-the-scenes look at the greatest game on earth, Beer League hockey. Because here, every shift counts, even the one to the beer fridge.
All right, guys, welcome back. Episode, what are we on, 24 today. 6 months in. Randy actually made it. He looks half dead. I'll put that on the right on the reel so that he can show his lovely face and the bags under his eyes. Oh, there's the whiskey. 9 a.m. The other two aren't going to be joining us today. We have some special guests coming on, but I'll get to that in a sec. The other two are doing work things today, so when they get called away, they can't make it. So it's just Randall and I and our two guests, which I said I'm going to announce in a minute here. But we have a couple announcements to make. We did announce on last week's pod. The boys are going international, so we have kind of a special tournament planned, which we're going to talk about today, going to Dubai. Of all random places. We've talked about this for a while, Randy. We've talked about going to an international tournament overseas. We looked at a few of them early on before we did Arizona, before we were doing Whitefish. I think we were looking at Prague, but it's a hit. It was a full hit tournament. And we decided that we're getting too old to play full hit hockey since we don't wear fucking shoulder pads.
I'll get kicked out. I'd two-hand someone right in the face the moment I got hit.
Just take their top row in the first shift.
Yeah.
So we're not going to get into that. The other two were kind of keen on it because they do play senior. Both of them are playing senior AA over here, which is a hit league. But we're getting too old for that. So we're going to go to a tournament where we don't have to get hit. Well, as much. Hopefully not. We'll see. You never know. But without further ado, we have the founders of the ATHL. Vitaly is rocking the jersey, so we'll get that live so you guys can see it. And we got Artem, who actually plays over in Dubai. And these two crazy bastards have decided to host a tournament in Dubai and host multiple tournaments over the next while here. And we've partnered up with them to take a team over and to help get this kind of going for some Canadian guys to go over and play in these international tournaments. Some of us old fuckers who still play beer league and enjoy it. So without further ado, boys, what's your background in hockey? What kind of got you started, and why Dubai, and why are we doing this? What's going on here?
Yeah, I will answer this question. So about the background, the teams of KHL, like you follow the KHL like result schedule. You know the team Metalurg Magnitogorsk. They were champions the previous season. So I was just for Canadian and American people. I think some of them maybe understand the system of hockey in Russia, but it's quite different than in USA. So first of all, you have a hockey school, and you have like a couple of groups. It's called like the best group, like first group, second, third, fourth, and like this. And every team, like every KHL team, they have like a children's school. They have a junior team, and then they have most of them right now. Second league have it's called VHL. Like in North America, you have AHL, like after NHL. So I was playing in this system of Metalurg Magnitogorsk. I was playing for junior team. I was playing for a second team, and after I start playing, I receive invitation to play in Kazakhstan. It was like the junior league. I was playing a couple games with adult guys with the senior league. Then I moved to play in, I think after this was Moscow. Then I came back again to the Kazakhstan. Then I was playing in a Chinese team. So this team, it was first of all based in Harbin, but when coronavirus, COVID start, we moved to live nearby the Moscow, and we were playing like the same Russian league. Most of our players were Chinese guys, so I think maybe 70% of them right now they're playing for a national team in division. I think right now they're playing Division 1B China team. Yeah. So yeah, I was playing there, and I have to go to the first team, like to the first. It's like Kunlun, the first team, like and the plans was changed because of coronavirus. I I was spent some time in summer without a team because of coronavirus, because of some details. It was changing every time again. And after this, I go to play in Slovakia in second league. It was like a crazy time because I came to Vienna, then I go by bus to Bratislava, and I was just sitting in a hotel for 1 month. I was waiting for some approval for my agent that I can go. First of all, they said that I can go to team. Its name is Topolchany. Then then another team. So in the end, after 1 month, I just said to him that, "Come on, put me in some team, or why I'm sitting just 1 month." Like it wasn't allowed for me, just to go somewhere outside because it was COVID time. So I even, like I had a story that I was running around Bratislava in this mask, and I felt not good because you cannot breathe normally in this mask. I put it down, and after this, one of policemen he start following me because it wasn't allowed to make the mask like this. So it was a crazy time. After this, my agent he brought me not to the team. You have something in Canada. In Russia, it's called 3HL. It's hockey 3-on-3. You have something like this?
No.
No. Okay. It's quite popular right now in Russia, and so it was some kind of private competitions, 3-on-3 in Slovakia. One Russian guy brought some teams to Slovakia to play this 3-on-3 hockey. So my agent uh, just give me a driver. He take me and he brought me to some kind of, I don't know how it's called. I was living just in hotel, it was hotel. It was a gas station and around was a forest. So it was crazy. I was spent here like I think 2 days. We were playing around 3 games, and after this, organizers said that everything is finished. So I didn't have for this time place where I can live. So I just moved to another city. It was called Žiaron Gronom. So I spent some time here with my friend, which I met there in Slovakia. So just just to finish this story, I was playing finally this season starting from December till March in the Team Humine, second Slovakian league. And after this, I received invitation to go and play in United Arab Emirates, and it was uh, it was pretty interesting for me because management in UAE they told to me that in future I can play for a national team, so in the World Championship. So right now I'm playing in UAE for 4 years. Yeah, the first season I was playing in Abu Dhabi, the team called Storms, and for right now 3 years I'm playing in a team it's called Alain Tips. So also I'm playing for a national team of UAE. We took the first place in Division 3A in Istanbul. Then we took the third place previous season in Belgrade. No, no, no. We took Istanbul in Division 2B. Then we moved to the Division 2A. We took the third place in Belgrade the previous season, and this season we also took the third place in the World Cup. So for right now, I'm player for UAE like Align Tips, and I'm player for a national team of United Arab Emirates. So it's about my hockey background.
So the guy holds 19 passports and never unpacks a suitcase. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. We actually have a couple guys that I know that have played over in the K. Like our one of our buddies, there's a local guy, Corbin Knight. He actually played. Did he play for Magnitogorsk or was it?
He
Oh, I don't
played
know.
in Avangard Omsk, you know?
Yeah, Omsk.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
there
did.
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Omsk.
yeah, because they won the championship the 1 year he was there. So yeah, Corbin's from like 10 minutes from basically where we are. So he grew up, born and raised in Alberta. But yeah, he was played over there for a bit, and he yeah, he did pretty well over there. All right, Vitaly, we haven't heard from you yet. You're just sitting there laughing, kind of waiting for the story to end.
I thought he was just the mute of the group. Just didn't talk. He just nodded his head and smiled.
Yeah. So, as to my hockey background, so I didn't play professionally. So, as Artem mentioned, we grew up in the city of Magnitogorsk. It's in Ural region. It's near Siberia in Russia, and our city basically is well known for two things only in Russia and in the whole world. I think it's the huge iron and the steel plant, which is one of the biggest in the world. I think metallurgical region. Yeah, hard manufacturing. Yeah, and it's of course this hockey team, Metallurg. Yeah, it's one of the best teams in Russia and in Europe. I think. Yeah, they won three Gagarin Cups and. We have quite a small town of 400,000 people. It's not that much, by the way, and our population is crazy about hockey. Everybody loves the team. Everybody loves hockey, and that's the reason. Me is not an exception, by the way, and that's the reason basically that I like playing hockey. Not professionally, of course, but as an amateur, yeah, I play hockey sometimes, and maybe that's one of the reasons that I got interested in starting that kind of project, ATHL in Dubai. Why Dubai? You asked because Artem plays there, and he knows all of the infrastructures, local governmental bodies of how we can get approvals and all of this stuff because the legislation of UAE is quite complicated and all of these things. Yeah, this Arab made that complicated system of approval. You gotta pay them money to to get approvals and all that stuff. Yeah. So this is it. For me, it's very interesting, to make that it's a kind of a global mission, by the way, to get people from all across the planet, from North America, from Canada, from USA, from Europe, to bring these people to Dubai. These people haven't been in Dubai recently, and it's a kind of a chance of their lifetime. Probably because of us, they will come to this city. Everybody heard of this city, but most people never been there, and it's a great opportunity to visit this because it really impresses. These Arabs made a great progress in the past 30 years. I think the tallest building on the planet, these great projects they built. Yeah, it amazes. It impresses and it inspires as well. And for you personally, it's gonna be the great experience to visit this city and probably to get inspired of what they actually do. Yeah, how they massively and how they make this progress very fast. Yeah, so this is it. And as to hockey, it's a kind of a neutral territory, I think, United Arab Emirates, Dubai, for people to be united from all over the world. Because if we think about the leagues, amateur leagues or amateur championships, we don't have one that will combine people from all across the planet in one place, I think. Yeah, because European people play in Prague, yeah, in Czech Republic. North Americans plays in USA and Canada. They often play inside of the country, right? Say it's not that common spread to travel all across the world for them, and Dubai, why not? It's a big brand. When you talk to people about Dubai, they get excited and they really want to see it. Yeah, especially with the with the programs, touristic programs that we also offer to them, that we promise them as party on a yacht, for example, or team dinners in the desert, excursion tours to these old places, to the capital of UAE, and so on. So uh, I think it will be a long conversation about this. Yeah. So let's move to another question.
So, Artem, did you just walk into the government offices with a suitcase full of with money and saying, "I want to put a tournament in Dubai"? Is that how it works there?
Yeah, you gotta pay. You gotta pay 100%. Nothing for free there. Yeah.
You know, like you have to collect a lot of approvals. So we have some kind of winter sport federation. We have Dubai Sport Council. We have like approvals for insurance, like a lot of stuff. And for everybody, you have to pay. So for them, everybody have to approve all of this stuff. So it's for me, like we're comparing all the time with a country where we're living. So if we're comparing with Russia, in Russia, just if you want to make a tournament, you should just rent an ice rink, say to your government, I want to make it, make one signature, and that's it. So you can solve it uh, for I don't know 3 or 4 days. In Dubai, you have to plan it in advance, so you have to plan it in 4, 5, 3 months to go through all of this governmental process and procedures to approve all of this stuff, to pay to everybody, and finally you can make it. So, but you know, it's all of these difficulties, it worth it because like we want to show to everybody like that Dubai is the place where hockey is really developing right now. So as for me, before I came to UAE, I never heard about hockey in the United Arab Emirates. Maybe sometimes I watched some videos on YouTube and I was just thinking, okay, maybe they're playing somebody. But you know, like when I came to Dubai, there are a lot of people like let's say in Dubai for right now living only 20%, maybe 15% of local people, like Arab guys, and most of guys are from Russia, Canada, Finland, USA, Australia, all over the world. And mostly like Canadians, Americans, Russians, they love hockey. So that's why there are around 5 or 6 amateur leagues right now in United Arab Emirates. Professional league is also developing every year. We have a couple players with NHL experience who are playing NHL. We have couple players who has experience and they're in the world championship, like this elite division. So our goalie, by the way, the team where I'm playing, he was playing for a national team of Kazakhstan. So he was playing KHL. So totally, I mean, every year the level of the professional league of the United Arab Emirates becomes stronger, and more and more amateur teams uh, right now appears in the Middle East. So there is team in Oman, there is team in Bahrain, there is team in Saudi Arabia, and we wanted to show to everybody that infrastructure there also is very good. So in I think like 2 years ago, it was built a new ice rink. It's the ice rink where we plan to make our tournament. It's called Sports Society Mirdiv. So it's quite new, modern ice rink. So you have during the game, you will have like a music that you want, like hockey oriented music. You will have light show. You will have this circle screen around. Like we're planning to make really something very good. So the ice it's also very good, and for Canadian and for American people it will be advantage because the ice rink it's not like you know like European size, it's like Canadian size, it's small ice rink. So
Oh, perfect. Less skating.
yeah, so it's a totally our idea to show everybody that in the Middle East it's a good infrastructure for hockey. It's a good infrastructure, like it's our main point and destination to combine traveling and ice hockey together. So you can play, you can enjoy hockey, you can talk with people from other countries. That doesn't matter from their like political background. To make new friends, then you can go all together after the game to drink some beer, to lay on the beach, to go to the nightclub, to have party on a yacht, to move to the highest building in the world. You can do wherever you want. So in Dubai, there are a lot of activities. Like it was a big issue for us when we were trying trying to make first of all, when we were starting to make these touristic programs for our clients, we were sitting with Vitaly and we were thinking like what we want to offer to our guests. And you know that in Dubai there are more than 100, more than 200 activities that your guests can enjoy. So that's why everything it will depends from the preferences of the people who will come. If somebody want to have like family vacation, they can just go to some parks, they can go to some attractions like swimming pools, they can go to Ferrari Park, Warner Brothers, everywhere. If you're coming alone and you wanna, let's say, have some parties, you will take part on party on a yacht. You can lay on the beach, drink a beer. You can chill on the beach with girls from all over the world. So it's like fantastic. You can choose the activity you like most of all. So everything will depend on the preferences of exactly team or for exactly person. Also, we will also we will advise some places where everybody have to visit. I mean, some good bars, some good nightclubs, so some good beach clubs. I like Dubai most of all for beach clubs. The beach club there are also beautiful. Did you heard something about Palm Jumeirah? No. So
That's yeah, that's the biggest artificial island, by the way, in
Okay,
the
that's
world.
Artificial island.
Artificial island, yeah, in the form of the palm.
okay. So I've seen it. I just didn't know what it was called.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is it. Yeah, this.
So in this region, I mean in this place on Palm Jumeirah, there are the best parties ever. So there are the very good atmosphere every day, and like Dubai never sleep. Doesn't matter if you want to have a party on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, doesn't matter. Every day you will find a party like everywhere. But on the Palm Jumeirah, it's like combining luxury with a good organization. So you will enjoy it. So we are planning to give to all of the participants some kind of cards, the places they have to visit. So we will advise to everybody because we understand most of our guests have never been in Dubai. Yeah.
So that leads me. I got two questions, two separate ones. One, you were talking about the ice and the quality of ice. So we're in the middle of the desert. Now we've played in some tournaments, kind of in a desert area, kind of in Arizona, in Vegas, and the rinks are pretty good. The ice, how is the ice over there? That's always a question of mine. Is like, is it soft? Is it actually like are the chillers cranked and it's
It's
like hard ice, or what are we looking at here? Because every rink, like same with you guys, you're gonna have rinks that are like older barns, and like they're fucking cold on the inside and their ice is crisp. And then you get into these other ones that are the chillers aren't that good and the ice is really soft, and by the third period the ice is chopped right up.
Okay, yeah. In Dubai, it will be better to start from the all ice rinks that we have in UAE. So the first ice rink it's in Abu Dhabi. It's called Zayed Sports City. Uh, the in this ISIC, most of all, we have some kind of international competitions, some kind of international tournaments. I mean, like me, when we were playing against some professional teams from other countries, when we have training camps before the national team. So most of all, we're training in Abu Dhabi, in Zayed Sports City. So the ice there, and in Al Ain City, it's not soft. How it will be the opposite word? Like it's a hard ice. So, but in Dubai, the quality of ice, it's very good also, but it's a bit softer than in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai. So if comparing, I think if comparing with other ice, we can say that ice in Dubai it's a little bit soft, but it's a really very good quality of ice. So because like the main how it's called, the main achievement of Dubai, if they're doing something, they're trying to do this one the best of the best. So you can see like they were trying to make the best services, the best hotels, the best restaurants. They have the tallest building in the world, and that's why when they were making this ice rink, they they invite like only modern specialists who made uh, the best things for them. So it means like ice in Dubai, it's pretty cool. It's good. So you will enjoy it. It will
It,
not be some problems with the ice for sure.
so that leads me to my second one because you're talking about the nightlife and all the party. And what are some of the rules in Dubai and the UAE that we need to know about coming over? Because I know there's a few rules about alcohol consumption in public and certain things where you can get yourself into big time trouble. So we don't have as many of those restrictions, and we're well aware of what we can and can't do over here and in the states for tournaments. But for guys coming over, what are some of the rules and things they need to look out for coming over
Uh,
in that kind of atmosphere? I know you guys are providing transportation to and from the rink, so there's some things that guys can kind of avoid, and from the airport as well. But when they get out on their own, that's usually when we have to babysit a little bit more and make sure everyone's aware of the rules going into and especially a new country where a lot of guys haven't been.
Yeah. Like most of the rules work more in cities, not in Dubai, in other cities, because right now in Dubai, most of people who are living there, they're expats from all around the world. If comparing with the city where I'm living and playing, it's a land city. In this city, most of people they are local guys. So for me, I will ask you a question, but for you to understand more. So this year, my girlfriend came for me, and she was dressed in some kind of like it's pretty hot, and her shirts was pretty short, and she has like open back. So it's like for Russia, it's okay. Like you can go outside and nobody will tell you something like. And if comparing with these cities, when she came out like this in a line, the city where are living most of local guys, uh, some of men and girls they came to her and said that it's not allowed to go in these dresses here like this because in a line it's more rules worked because there are more local guys. In Dubai, everything is okay. Like there are some rules that, but it's like totally. It was the same when I was traveling the first season to United Arab Emirates. I was trying to read some rules in the internet that you like. For example, you even can't have a look at the local girl who is in abaya in this hijab. You cannot like even speak with her. You cannot like do a lot of things. Of course, you should respect the rules totally, but it's not so strict as everybody can tell to you. So the main rule that you should respect people around you, don't disturb somebody, and if you are going somewhere, not to have some problems. So if we're talking about the alcohol, of course it's not allowed to drink in a public places, so you can't go with a can of beer you can't go on street and drink like this on street. You can drink like in your hotel, you can drink in your lobby, you can drink in bar, you can drink in beach clubs, you can drink wherever you want in the places where it's not forbidden.
Yeah.
So it's not a big issue, like really. And if something will happen, if uh, if you will be totally drunk, the first of all, nobody wants to let's say punish you. First of all, people come to you and they will ask if everything is okay for you, if you need some help. So it's okay. So for me, the main rule for me, as for a human who are living in United Arab Emirates for 4 years, that you just should respect people around you, and people around you respect you. You don't disturb somebody like, and people around you also don't disturb you. So it's the main rule.
Yeah.
So be so be a good human.
Yep, just be a good human. Because like when some tourists come to Dubai, uh, I think like this system, like police, all governmental systems, they also understand that you are a tourist and you can't know all the rules. So first of all, they will make you like if you're doing something wrong, they will just make you a warning that okay, stop, you can't do like this. So it means like you cannot make photos of some governmental buildings, but they will just come to you and say like, stop, please delete it, and that's it. So it will be some warnings. So if let's say if you are not stupid and you can hear people, you will not have some problems. So that's okay.
If you're not stupid, well, I mean, some days that's questionable. Some.
I got 2 strikes: the heat, and now don't be stupid.
Okay, let's get it. Let's get into the meat of the tournament. Let's do a little like kind of recap of what is offered and what's it kind of looking like for price range for guys. You can do in US dollars just to keep it easy. What's everybody kind of looking at, and then what are some of the things that we've already talked about, like the yacht party and the dinner in the desert and that kind of stuff. But kind of just give us a recap, guys, of what this whole tournament entails and actually when it is, because I don't think we've talked about exactly when this one is going on.
So it starts in 22nd of September and it goes to 28th of September this year. And basically, you've asked what we offer to the teams that come, yeah? So, of course, accommodations provided. It's a 4 or 5 star hotel with a beautiful view, for example, of a skyline of Dubai or the sea of Persian Gulf. Of course, meals and of course, beer. Uh, Games organization, YouTube broadcasts, scorekeepers, all of that stuff, officials, everything. Teams dinner in a desert, it's a kind of a adventure when all of the teams collect together in a desert and have a party and all of that stuff. So what else? A team party on a yacht when a every team has its own boat. They go to a Persian Gulf and they have a party. They have fun. They eat a lot, drink, and all of that stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So transportation, it's included. So you shouldn't worry about something. This is it. That's the whole concept. That we provide everything from A to Z. You shouldn't worry. You gotta be instructed because, as Artyom said, yeah, United Arab Emirates is a Muslim country. There's a lot of rules that uh, for us, for European people, for American people, can seem kind of irrational or something like this, but we gotta respect all the rules, and that's the reason. But by the way, they're not so harsh in Dubai, because alcohol is allowed and all of that stuff. Because most of the population is expat, yeah, people from Europe, from all across the planet, from America as well, and these people can live without it, by the way, without these things, and that's the reason the government allows it as well. Yeah, this is it. So what else? And about the prices you asked, it's like 1400 per person in US dollars, and in Canadian dollars it's got to be something like
5 grand. No, I'm kidding. Our dollar's so shit.
19 if I'm not mistaken. 19
I think that's what we worked out to.
It includes everything except airline tickets, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
this is it.
Aren't too
sorry,
bad. So
I will add something. In price also included beer after the game, so the comfortable bus will take you from the ice rink to the hotel, and there is a refrigerator in the bus, so you can drink a beer. It will be also I didn't remember if Vitaly mentioned also
Artem. Do not kill the surprising effect. No. It doesn't work that way. we shouldn't.
okay.
We shouldn't reveal everything. Yeah, it's
Okay,
general points that we mentioned. Yeah, this is it.
let it be a surprise for the teams who will come, because we have some
There, there,
surprises.
will- there, there will be a lot of surprises that you haven't even expected. Yeah, this is it. That's the whole
perfect.
point.
What countries are coming? We've talked about it in a few calls prior, but what guys are coming? What are you guys looking at for teams? Like how many teams and kind of what countries are already kind of involved, or what places are guys coming from so far?
Yeah, so basically we've thought about 6 teams, and now we are in, we've already mentioned these complicated registrational things with governmental sports bodies, these officials and legal procedures. And now we're talking about team from Canada. We're talking about 3 teams from United States. We're talking about team from Slovakia, Germany, and Russia, and probably 1 team from Kazakhstan, but we are not so sure. And so this is it. Maybe we will expand the tournament format and add a couple of local teams for you to be interested to play with locals, how they look like, and all of that stuff. Was to compare the level of these guys and with your Of course, North American hockey is much bigger than the rest of the world, I suppose. And the videos you've sent to us, and we really are afraid to send it to our, for example, Russian team, because they will afraid and they will not come.
I sent him the video of Kyle and Tyson going down the ice on that 2-on-1 partial break, and Tyson had about 40 seconds in front of the net and just like stood there, went back and forth, and then tucked it in.
Yeah, I will add the thoughts what Vitaly telling you. So about all of the teams like from USA, from Canada, from Germany, Slovakia, they're not how it's they're not care about totally. They're asking about the level, and as we're talking to everybody, that the level of our tournament is amateur players, and only we have Russian team. They are, like we have conversation with them. They already approved their participation, but let's say each week, the main guy from the Russian team, he's asking me, send me videos, send me videos. We should beat Canadians. We should beat USA guys. It's very important for us. Like most of teams, like from Europe and from United States, from Canada, they just want to have some fun, to make these unforgettable memories for them. And of course, all of the teams wants to win. But for Russian team, on the first place is to win. They said we cannot lose. Uh, we cannot lose to United States. We cannot lose to Canada. They're preparing every day. They're asking every day about the level, about the videos. And as Vitaly mentioned, we we just don't want to send this video to them, because if we will send to them, they will be scared again. They will ask us if we can if they can add more professional players to their roster. We said no, you can add only 2 people. It will be enough for you. Like for them, it's something crazy. These Russian teams, they never traveled somewhere abroad. They never played against international team. For them, it will be a good experience. But the main destination for them is to win, and they are really worried about the level of Canadians and Americans, because they said the Canadians are very good. USA guys are also very good. Like we cannot compete with them. Like we will lose to everybody. Like for example, we have one funny guy from Russian team. He's like also, let's say every 2 weeks he's worried about his level of game. He asked to us if if he's okay for this tournament, like if he can compete or not. And every day we say to him, of course you can compete. Of course, like you will not play against McDavid and Draisaitl. To this tournament will come the same amateur guys. But so the Russian people, they're really worried about this one, and they're waiting for this battle. But I don't know how you can talk with them, how you can have some conversations with them, because like most of Russian people, they don't speak English very good, but their effort to win. So you will see on ice, they will try to win every battle. They will be crazy, really.
Yeah,
We're going
they will
straight
use the
back to
language of hockey.
1972. All right.
Straight back to 1972. Okay, we're going there. Oh, we're going there. That's great though. I'm just picturing them being like, nah, we're recruiting Pavel. We're going to get Datsuk, and you're like, oh, good, yeah, that's what we need. We're gonna get a pro. We're gonna go get Datsy.
You got a 43-year-old out of shape guy coming over to
Yeah.
play. I'm pretty sure they'll be
By the
fine.
way, Randy, will you come?
I'm hoping to.
You're hoping to. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Randy's coming. Randy's coming. He knows he is.
Randy, have you seen the the homepage of our website?
Yeah, Clint sent it to me.
It's the Tyler.
Yeah. Yeah, Clint, you can always send him the video of me doing warm up in my T-Rex head too.
What I should do is I should send you guys the video of Tyler doing the scorpion saves in one of our tournaments we were playing, because some of the saves he was making, and I'm like, oh, that'll get guys going, because that's the key. So that's the key for most beer leagues is who's in net for you, because most of the skill levels are going to be very similar, but who you bring in goal 9 times out of 10 makes or breaks how your tournament goes if you're planning on trying to win it all. And how hard actually Tyler's going to try. That'll be the other thing. Like he kind of picks and chooses based on the skill level if he's actually going to give a shit. I always call him Hellebuck because he's very, very sound positionally. Like he's just structurally, he just flows in the net very well. He's not all over the place. You're not like watching Randy playing net and he looks like fucking Hasek out there, flipping and flopping and throwing pads in the air. So yeah, Tyler's a very structured netminder, so it'll be interesting to see if you play like in a league that's a little lower and the puck doesn't move the same way. His body movements don't allow him, or he's out of position slightly, and he'll let in a bunch of weak goals, which is fun for us to harass the shit out of him about.
Put it this way: I'm a defenseman, and I don't back check. If someone blows by me, I'm just standing there and I'm blaming the goaltender if it goes in. That's the kind of player I am.
Typical beer leaguer. But then we get into playoffs and Randy goes up on forward and he pots 2 in the finals and we lost 5-4.
Yeah.
So kind of depends. We're not planning
on
bringing like I don't know what these other teams are doing that you guys have, but we're planning on bringing kind of a mixed bag of guys that have different skill levels and can come and just enjoy the tournament, right? That's the whole idea for us. Like, yeah, Tyler's a very good goaltender, so it'll make a difference, but we're not bringing, there's a couple junior guys coming. Like we have a guy, our buddy of ours, Zane, and he listens to the show, and we had a golf tournament coming up with Zane. This is a funny story for the listeners and for you guys. He went out and he bought a Ford Bronco that matches, basically our jerseys are very similar to the ATHL colors. They're like bright yellow. And he went and bought a bright yellow Ford Bronco rag top so we can wear our jerseys to this charity golf tournament for one of our jersey sponsors.
Of course you did.
Yeah. So we call him Daddy Zane. He's I'll send you his fight video, boys. We got a video of Zane fighting in a beer league, and he's a monster.
Don't send that. Then no one will come.
Can't send Zane's. Yeah, Zane's got a big reach, so I don't know if you guys ever watch some of the hockey fights where you just pull somebody and you can twist them and then keep throwing. That's how he fights. He just grabs you by the shoulder and throws you and then hits you. And his arms go about this much further than yours. He's just he's a bit of an animal. So we got a couple of those guys coming, but they don't play hard or play rough when we're just having fun. Like even in Arizona, it was we call him the floater. He played D, but I think he played all 5 positions on the ice.
He was the worst D partner I've ever had in my life.
Just floating around everywhere. So I think it'll be fun. I don't think these guys should worry too much about the skill level coming, but I'll send you guys a couple other videos and I'll post. Most guys have seen the viral video of Zane. It's on Instagram all over the place. It went viral. But yeah, I'll send you guys a couple more and they'll be a little less. So if you send it to those guys, they can see the skill level. So we're not scaring everybody away. So moving forward with the tournament, we've got it September 22nd to the 28th, right?
Yep.
So flights for most guys, just so we're talking about, from where we are from Canada, you guys are going to want to fly out. How does the busing work? Like, when's the pickup? So basically, our guys are going to probably fly out on the Saturday on the 21st, because it's going to be a full day. Basically, it's a 24-hour kind of travel time with like layovers and such. There's a pretty good flight that flies direct with Emirates out of Seattle for us. So you fly down to Seattle and then it's a 14-hour direct to Dubai. And then there's also a couple out of Toronto that you can do a connection through there as well. But for getting pickups and stuff, when should guys be looking in tournament teams like to show up on that Sunday, or should they be showing up on the Monday?
It's like mostly depends from the preferences of teams. So our tournament will start on Monday, but most of teams will come on Sunday. Like because the time difference, if we're comparing Dubai and North America, it's different. So guys have to come to the hotel, maybe drink some beer, walk a bit. Somebody maybe wants to go to the bar, and they need to have a good sleep before the first game. So most of our teams will come on Sunday at 21st. But if team will prefer to come at 28, it's not a big problem. The main thing that if it will be 28, the team have to come in the morning. So
Oh,
we
20,
have
on the
22,
22nd, yeah.
22,
22.
22nd.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
22nd.
Yeah, so that's the
Yeah.
plan, is to get there Sunday night. For most of the guys that we're looking at from where we are, is they'll get there. I think it looks what 6:30, between 6:30 and 10:30 are most flights that kind of get in Dubai time.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what okay, so that makes sense. The guys will try and land on Sundays and be there for that. And they have what's the curfew usually, Randy? We usually have an 8 a.m. curfew for everybody.
We say, yeah, 8 a.m. curfew. As long as
8
you
a.m.
make it to the
curfew.
game, just make it to the bus. That's all that matters. That's the curfew. Make it to the bus.
We'll do the old hockey stick in the lobby where they all have to sign it. So they all have to make sure they've signed in before 8 a.m. We'll have to make sure that all the signatures are on the stick.
By the way, I didn't ask you a question. What is your attitude to the fights during like these recreational beer hockey tournaments? So maybe some of your guys prefer to have some fights.
No.
Like no?
Not
Well,
anymore.
I mean, we can, but I don't want to.
He's left-handed too, so he'll surprise you. Um, there, depending on the league, like some of the beer leagues over here, there is like when we first started playing in our league, Randy, fighting was basically just a 5-minute penalty, which is we got it. It's fine. Um, I don't mind it in like pro stuff because it simmers tempers down. You get less slashing and hacking and some of the dirty shit behind the scenes that goes on. Um, but yeah, we try like we don't do it at all anymore. Like all the guys they're pretty low key. Like you're not trying to do any of that stuff anymore. So we don't really want to get into any of that if we don't have to. I mean, like you said right now, we can. It's just not of interest anymore to send a picture to the wife being like, "Hey, look at the black eye."
I don't need a
Yeah.
broken hand or a broken nose. I've already, yeah.
He's already missing his front 4 teeth from junior,
Yeah.
so I mean, he's got fake chiclets in the front end.
Yeah.
Do you have quite a bit of fights over there?
No, not at all. Fights will be forbidden for all participants, but we have one rule. So, for example, if we some of teams will ask from us, maybe they wanna make some show fights, let's say in the beginning of the game, we will go to the team captain of one team. We'll ask them if they want. We will say, okay, we will go to the team captain from the other side, from the other team, ask them if the both of captains and teams approve that they want to have a fight, like I mean not like fight team on team, I mean one on one. So
Full line brawl.
yeah. So
Right at center ice.
in that case, it will be allowed to make a fight in the beginning of the game. Let's say they will receive just 5 minutes major penalty, and that's it. But if it will be fight that was not approved by the both captains during the game, it will be a big penalties for the teams. I mean, like the team players who made a fight can lose some games, cannot take part in another game. So totally fights are forbidden. So like an
I mean, that's
exception.
almost every tournament we played. Actually, every tournament we played in. I mean, that's just common sense. You don't want anyone out there to. Yeah, we mentioned it. You're out there to have drink beer, meet some people around the world, and have some fun, not to get your nose caved in and end up in the hospital with a broken orbital bone.
Yeah.
If you say both captains want it, and you have a Russian guy that wants to fight Zane will 100% say, "Let's go."
Yeah, no questions asked. It won't even be okay.
Yeah,
But no,
that's
that's good.
that's the point.
No,
Yeah, so-
we're all accustomed to that. That's the way it should be, in my opinion. We're all here for fun.
Yeah,
Of
we
course.
we we haven't had too many, well, really not in a long time, like in our leagues and stuff like that, and even in the tournaments, all the tournaments we play in, that stuff's forbidden anyway. Like you're usually gone for the tournament, for any kind of like infraction that's even like a little aggressive, like if you cross check someone in the head or anything stupid. Which every once in a while you get a guy that gets really drunk on a tournament and they do something dumb, but it happens. Guys get heated or in the moment, but like not very often do we have any of that shit go on. So we're not bringing those kind of players anyway. We're bringing guys who want to experience Dubai, enjoy,
Of
and like
course.
honestly meeting guys who play hockey around the world is kind of one of the coolest things. So what do you kind of expect running this tournament? Like you've played all over the place. Like what do you guys, and you've probably played with some Canadian guys and USA guys and stuff. What do you guys are kind of expecting for like the interactions between the teams? Like we're gonna have a big dinner party the one night so all the teams can kind of get together and meet each other and do some stuff. What are you guys kind of expecting in that front for like guys getting to know each other and what they're gonna take away from this?
So it's a kind of,
So
yeah, I'm sorry. It's a big opportunity by the way of networking. I think you understand this, yeah?
Hmm.
To meet the people from all across the planet, and maybe you have a kind of a activity that you do for a living, and it will help you somehow to have partners from the other countries, from the other continents, by the way. Yeah, this is it. It's a big opportunity to broaden your horizons according to the cultural aspects, by the way, to communicate with people from Russia. Yeah, in Russia we don't know English at all. People in English average don't know English. So the communication won't be so good as Artyom mentioned recently, but maybe it will be something. But as to Europeans, yeah, why not? As to people from Middle East, why not? Yeah, this is it.
But even with the Russians, like we have all the technology now, right? So we've got apps like Randy uses Grok. There's translation apps, and even just like the fun part of it is just like was going to sewer me with some Russian slang anyway today, but just trying to learn some of the different languages, right? Like that's kind of the whole point is like learn some different terminologies and different words and
Yeah, yeah,
um, so I think that's going to be a big part of it too, because you're bringing in guys who don't speak the same languages, which is actually kind of fun, in
of
my
course.
opinion. Anyway, like you learn
Yeah,
a
yeah, of
lot,
course. And
and
of
you're
course,
going to learn a lot from each other too, because I mean that's when the most learning happens is when you don't speak the same same language. So
yeah, 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 yeah. So and it's a kind of a big opportunity to for people to meet for people from all across the planet to meet people, for example, from Russia. Yeah, to meet to communicate to make that communication happen uh, between the people from North America and from Russia, and to finally understand that we are the same basically, and all of that situation that happens in the political aspects uh, doesn't really matter, because we are the people, we have common sense, and we're a good men, and this is it. This is it. So we play hockey. We,
yeah,
yeah, we don't have language borders, because you will speak on the language of hockey. By the way, this is it.
You know what, Vitaly, you meant that's spot on. I was lucky enough to go to Russia, Finland, and Sweden back in '94. So 1994, that's like, I mean, we're talking, you talk political climate, right? The Soviet Union had just fallen.
5
Um,
years prior, yeah.
and it was a very, very, I mean, I was only 14 years old going into that, and I remember we took a bus from Helsinki into St. Petersburg, and it was the first. I mean, we're very fortunate in Canada, right? We don't have, you don't even you don't even see our military. Right?
No.
One of the biggest things that sticks in my mind is we get to the border at St. Petersburg, and 10 Russian soldiers walk on with machine guns and just stare at us, take our passports, walk off the bus, and we're sitting there going, "Holy shit! They just took all of our documentation, and they're sitting here with machine guns. Like, are we kidnapped? Like, are we?" but my point of that story is, you were able to communicate because you were there for hockey.
Of
You
course,
found a
yeah,
way to communicate, right? I mean, everyone can cheers a glass, especially the beer league term. Everyone can cheers a glass, and yeah, like Clint said, you use the trend. We're lucky enough now; we have the translator apps, and I can speak into my phone and say what I need to say. I mean, I'm going to be using that I'll be testing that out in Italy here next week. So, because I cannot speak a lick of Italian, so I'm right fucked to begin with. But you're 100% correct. I think it's the communication through sports, not just hockey, but in sports, you find a way to make it happen. And everyone, from what I've had with international competition, it's always a ton of fun because you get to learn other cultures, and you're 100% right. You realize that people are just people outside of the economic and political bullshit that's happening in the world.
Of course. So,
Was that midget AAA or was that bantam?
Oh, that was Pee Wee. That was we were only 14 years old. 14.
No, 14's bantam.
Or 12. We were 12.
Oh, 12. Well, no wonder you were never seen.
Actually, the scariest part of that whole trip was we went over to Estonia as well. We took the ferry from Helsinki over to Estonia, and like our hotel beds were couches with the backs basically sawed off of it. Like it was because Estonia had just gained its independence, I think in 91, 92. Is that correct?
The Soviets fall down in 1991. Yeah.
91, yeah. So Estonia was like, it was brutal. Like it was, I don't know what year but that was probably the scariest time because it was very war torn. Like it was like we were in Tallinn. I don't know how you say that, but Tallinn. But it was, but again, once you start talking to people and they understand you're not there for anything other than just to have fun and embrace yourself in the culture, it completely changes everything.
And I think that's going to be the best part about the whole thing is we're going to Dubai, and a lot of us are like, we're landlocked, so there's no beaches. There's no, like, there'll be a lot of guys just wanting to go sit around in the beach clubs and just like hang out by the water and enjoy like the whole culture of what Dubai has to offer and go to the islands and see some of the sights. And hopefully none of them rent sports cars. Especially Zane, we can't allow him. Sorry, Zane, you're not allowed to rent sports cars there. I don't think there was any rubber left on the tires in Arizona on the Challenger, so he might want to go down to the Ferrari track, but I don't know. Just as we kind of wrap up, because we're almost at an hour here now, guys. What other things about the tournament do you want people to like know about that will kind of get them excited to come over and see what it's all about? Don't no surprises from the stuff. Or you can't say anything.
Yeah. So I think that we've mentioned everything that we wanted to bring to people, and so we want to save that surprising moments. Yeah, and this is it. This is actually so.
I want one more thing. I want to know what the chirping culture is in international hockey. So we're big on the bench at just harassing each other and just, we call it chirping one another, and we just beak, like we're just sitting there. I'll miss a pass and on purpose, like Randy will make a pass from the blue line and I'll look at him, I'll lift my stick and just let it ice just to fuck with him, right? And he'll just be cursing me out. Like, what's the chirping culture when you're just on the bench giving each other, razzing each other up and kind of giving them a hard time? Is that a thing, or is it does it get too out of hand? Like we have a lot of fun with just greasing each other's wheels and harassing.
You'd think we were enemies. Like is when we're like Clint and I are very close, good friends. And there's people that go, how are you guys friends? It sounds like you guys are like literally enemies. Like you're about to fight each other. Like, no, it's.
Yeah, Randy likes to whack you in the back of the legs and the soft spots when you're not watching on the ice. He's kind of a prick. Mm-hmm. So he'll get a butt end.
A mudak, is that the word? Mudak? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
You have one.
That's always a thing in beer league. Is it's just you're greasing each other. You got the Brad Marchand and the Sean Avery kind of just chirping from the bench. So I don't know what's it like when you're playing overseas.
You mean like the how it's called? The attitude between the teammates, or
like like is there a lot of trash talking? Like
yeah, sure, like
good.
yeah, it's the same that you were talking about. Like it's the same shit.
So we have Tyson, who's part of our podcast here. That one of the guys couldn't come on. He's kind of newer to our friend group, and for the last year and a half, and for the first 6 months, he kept saying like, I don't even know if you guys like me, like. You guys are the meanest people I've ever met. Like, do you even like me? And so it's one of those things that if we didn't talk to you like this, we don't like you.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same. If you don't tell the shit to your teammate, you don't like him. Like it
Yeah.
means like we have the same culture.
Perfect. And then lastly, to wrap it up, do you guys have any stories of hockey stories or any kind of like relatable stories, that something funny that's happened on the ice or something goofy in a tournament you participated or a game that you've seen? Because like we've got tons of like Randy wearing a dinosaur head on the ice in a tournament during warm up. He had like the full dinosaur head, and he's doing warm up with a T-Rex head on. It's just like goofy stories like that, or me and have pictures of Tyson passed out in every corner of Whitefish, just laying on sidewalks in hotel rooms between the two beds as we shared rooms.
On the bench.
I got pictures of him just in the fetal position. I could probably make a PowerPoint presentation just.
So, to tell you the truth, maybe we have some stories, but it's pretty complicated to remind them right now. So, we will start to collect our stories from the September tournament, and I think we will also have like big memories for all teammates, for all teams that we can tell. And the main thing that our participants will remember this tournament for all years of all of their life. They will. Our main point that our guests have to come again and again to our next tournament, because we will try to give the positive atmosphere, the best emotions ever, and of course the funniest story. Every people they remind the funniest story from each tournament, from each game, from each situations. Let's say in bar, in clubs, like on a yacht. Maybe something will happen in the desert. So we will see. I hope I don't. I mean, like I'm confident that there will be a lot of funny stories that everybody will remember for all of their life.
Well, can we do a slap shot competition off the yacht, like a hardest shot?
Probably, but
No problem. No problem.
That way we can just chirp each other when they're just throwing muffins into the sea. All right,
No
guys.
problem.
Last thing, just give a shout out to where everyone can follow you, the new website, and where they can register for the tournament or get in touch with you guys.
So once again, so we'll open up the website, and there's a lot of registration form, whether you're an individual player or a team captain or team manager. So fill in the form, and you got to be registered. We will talk to you, and after that, you got to be registered. This is it. And by the way, Clint, can we appoint the next broadcast after this tournament? For example, in October,
Oh yeah,
to share
we'll-
all of the things that happened in this tournament. Yeah.
We'll do a recap for sure.
yeah. We always do a recap episode of our tournament, so we'll for sure do a recap episode after the tournament. Your guys' social media handles, just for everyone listening.
Social media, yeah. So we can, as you've said, we will. You will. How it's called?
I'll share everything in the show notes, but just for the guys listening, so it's the ATHL-world.com, I believe, is the website, right?
Yeah. ATHL. How it's called? Hyphen, right?
Yeah.
Or hyphen world.com. ATHL-world.com.
And you can follow these guys on Instagram as well at the ATHL, and then everything from there. So boys, girls, it's $1,900 Canadian. That includes pretty much everything, other than maybe a couple meals here and there and whatever kind of random things you want to do on the side, and then your flights. Breaking down the flights quick. If you're coming with us, I found flights for $1,565 Canadian. You fly to Seattle and then direct over from Seattle. So there'll be you're looking at about like $3,500 plus you're spending money, and it's a once in a lifetime week trip. So check it out. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it. We're looking forward to staying in touch and keeping going for this tournament, and we'll hopefully see you guys there.
Thank you too. All right, see you.
Thank you
See
for
you.
Thanks,
invitation.
gentlemen.
That wraps up this episode of the Beer League broadcast. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.